Good morning. So while I'm waiting for some folks to gather, I'm just going to continue my prep. What's going on here? Oh. Julia, how are you? I've missed you. I hope you are well. Good morning. How are you doing, Martha? How's your day so far, Eileen? And I thought I saw Julia in the chat. Good. I just need to grab a brown marker. Cool. So I finished the book. I put the covers on it this morning, put the tabs in, put the pages in, I should say. And then what else did I do? I haven't cut any of the tabs, you know, like the inserts just yet, but I'm getting there. And saw an idea, and I wanted to use it before it went from my head. Oh, let me open the link for the secret thing. Well, that didn't work. I need to remember how to use this thing. Yeah, it is weird. Hi, Julia. We've missed you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, they're fantastic. I'm really just really impressed. And that's what I'm sitting here trying to figure out. How to make a Christmas card from the Damask stamp that they give you in the starter kit. I thought that would be a good project. And so when I looked at it, kind of halfway, I saw a tree Oh, I will. I will. Yeah, I know they're working on Canada, but if they get in the UK, I'll let you know. I mean, it's still kind of like ground floor opportunity for the most part. They have some nice things, for sure. So I just thought while we were waiting for people to arrive, I would play around with this. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, Merle. Now, if I could just stamp straight, I'd be doing something. Yes, they are. Oh, I missed my S. Darn it. How did I do that? Oh, that'll drive me bonkers. Hi, Barb. Alright, let's see if we can't doctor this. I don't know if we can, but we're going to try. Just to save the card. Thank you, Eileen. Alright, so that's a disaster, so we'll have to do it again. But then it might be nice if I told you what the heck I was doing while I was doing it, right? Okay, so when I looked at this damask stamp, I saw 50% of the image was resembled a tree to me. So all I've done is I've cut down some buttercream cardstock, and I'm going to make the card base out of green olive. So I've just cut that in half, fold it in half. I've got the damask stamp set, and I'm just going to put that on a block. And then I've got a post-it note. Aww. Okay. And so just to make it a little bit easier, I'll try and get up on the camera. So you kind of have a reflected image. And I'm just going to come in with my post-it note, kind of right there. Because I only want to ink up half of it. And then I'm going to ink up the stamp. Pretty well. Remove the post-it note. And then try and get a position on my cardstock and stamp. Now, that's crooked, and you know what I'm like, so what do I always say? It's a good thing there's two sides to every paper, so if you mess up, you can just go back and do it again. So let's get this up and down. Ugh! But what did I do? I left the post-it note on there. See? I'm not awake yet. So thank heavens there's ribbon. And that was part of the plan anyway. So we can fix that one up with a little bit of ribbon. But I hate it, so. Alright, one more time. I need to drink the coffee. That would be great. I don't know what's the matter with me. I am using the Damask ATS stamp that comes as part of the sign-up kit. Okay, so one more time. Let's remove the post-it note finally. Make sure this is nice and straight. Hello, Sandy. And hello to anybody that I may not have greeted. Thanks for coming. Just an FYI, Jana's party is still open if you're interested. I will be doing taking orders later. And how I've determined the best way to do that is I'll just put my, I won't record anymore. And then turn off the sound. I'll put my telephone number in the chat, and you guys can call me if you're interested in ordering something on the party. And to my Canadian peeps, and Sandy, I need to speak with you later, or you know, I am willing to ship to myself and then rebox and ship to you. Dagnabbit. No, this isn't crisp either. And I'm just taking a distress marker and putting in a little trunk here. It's not really seen. Yes, it is. Thank you. Hi, Jean. So as soon as I get through with this little card, I'll show you all where I took the pocket die mini album, and we can finish that together. So now I'm just going to put a little bit of glaze over my image on the thicker parts. And then I'm just going to take some of the sparkle dust and kind of go over where I put the glaze. And then tap off. That looks pretty. And then once it dries, it really kind of takes on a nice effect. And then we'll futz with this bow for a little bit. I was never a good bow tire. And then we'll just tuck that bow right there. Most are made, but the owner told me to make more. My God, if she would just know how much I love making mini books. Not. What kind of minis did you make, Martha? Uh-oh, Barb. I know. They go crazy. My kid goes crazy. He goes crazy for a lot of reasons. Mostly water related. He's just unbelievably attracted to uh, flowing water. Okay, so here's a quick and simple Christmas card using that damask, engraved damask stamp that comes in your starter kit. Ignore the bow. I stink at bows. But that's just using the top half and a little, drawing a little tree trunk, and then, it's super simple. And you could totally whip these out, with a little prep. And I might, I'm still searching for that card that I can do for my staff. But while we're talking cards, I'll show you what I finished up yesterday for those that weren't with us. That is one from I think it's called Holiday Woodlands? Winter Wonderland. Yeah, Winter Wonderland. It's actually 1, 2, 3 stamps. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's a lot of the sparkle on there. I'm really liking that one. Maybe that's why I made 4 of them. This is the one where we tried out the more graphic design on that stamp with the whipped cream ink. And then I just put some sparkly embossing powder straight on the ink. And then just added some frills. This is the one that used the Blitzen stamp, and then that kind of, I'm afraid I don't know all the names just yet. The background, like the knit, and then on his antlers he's got the sparkle dust as well, and that sentiment is from the Winter Wonderland. And these are 2 that I just created with using things that I had, completely unrelated to Fun Stampers. I was feeling the red and the gray, and everyone knows how I love, love, love reindeer. So I'm still making Christmas cards. I have 1 week to go to the benefit event for Habitat. It's actually next Sunday, so I will not be streaming next Sunday. So what I was thinking was, is if I could come up with a simple card, something like this, that I could create relatively quickly, then I could make some boxes of cards. That was the intent. We'll see. I'm going to have to tie much better bows than that to achieve that. So you all are wondering, you know, the title of the stream is the Pocket Die Mini. Well, through a combination of help from my wonderful friends, I think we have come up with another purpose for the pocket card die. And I'll show you where I'm at with that in just a second. I just kind of want to clear the decks quickly so everything can kind of get back so I can find it again. And that glaze dries awfully quick. So that's some good stuff there. Okay. Now they're not attached yet. But we also tested how the machine, the new machine, the Journey Grand machine cuts some of your other dies yesterday. And so these were some of the words, my Tim Holtz dies that I had you know, that I wanted to try. So I had cut them yesterday, and then I went through and with the oatmeal cookie ink, I just made them match. And then I had a couple of reindeer from yesterday as well. And then I colored them up too. So this is pretty typical of how you would do, you know, a binding with the method that many of us know that was originated by Kathy Orta. I just did that kind of binding, and then there's a chipboard cover, and then this is some of the I think it's called Fastidious Patterns. So I just tucked in some of that ribbon because it matched, and, you know, attached it. So this is the pockets that we made yesterday. And what I did is I cut, I took the pocket card die, and I did have one here to kind of show you. Yes, okay. So to give you a little bit better visual, this is the card, right? So when the die cuts it out, it gives you a pocket. We were thinking you could put a gift card in there and then reopen it, and you could still have your greeting, you know, a place for your greeting, which is, I believe, exactly how this was conceived, you know, to fold it that way. Or you could mount this on the front of a card. It's small enough, and then you could have two pockets. I mean, there's a lot of ways to adhere it down. I believe it was Eileen and we were looking at this and we were like, wow, we see a mini book. But then doesn't Eileen always? So I felt that the pattern paper was just a little bit too thin. So what I did is I cut some of the cardstock on the die, and then cut some of the designer paper on the die, and then I just used some spray adhesive. I gotta tell you, this makes short work of it. Spray adhesive it down to the cardstock, and then when I did pages that had words, that's how you got, this is like the back side, right? When it folds up. And then I'm just using the tab to attach it to the book. And depending on how you do it, I mean, you can play around with it. but I have, you know, a pocket in between of the cardstock. You don't have to adhere it all the way down. You can get yourself kind of a flap version. I think there's a lot of options. Depending on how you stick them together, you know, you could have a tab here. We did not choose that option, but, you know, some just have the straight up pockets. You could even not adhere this portion and have a flap, so it's even more interactive. Actually, the flap would be here. And that was something we did not choose as well. But the dimensions of the book, to give you an idea, it's 6 by 3.5, so it is pretty small, and it goes pretty quick. So, and all I did to get this pattern paper on it was, you know, I just pieced 2 pieces together, cut in half, one sheet, and then I just decided that I wanted something different on the interior. And so if you were to buy the pocket card die, and the reason that we kind of did this project, and, you know, a pack of cardstock, you would probably qualify for the over $50 spent promotion, which gets you the 25 pack of this paper for free. So a lot of people like that idea, and they decided to make those orders. So today's task is to cut the tags. And, you know, we have 1,000,001 different tags that we can do. But a suggestion that I thought of was, push that down. Oh, I didn't tape it. Well, so you see your mistakes, right, as you go along. That's why I kind of like to do these in sessions. But I will say, once you get it going, it works pretty well. Yeah, it would hold photos of that size. So all you scrapbookers, this is your album. Yes, it does. We discovered that yesterday too. Okay, much better. So, you know, you can stamp your images to make inserts, but, you know, if you're interested in the holiday, in the holiday paper, which was what I was going to show you, there's a lot of patterns. You get 24 sheets, and it is double-sided, so you get the green, the Merry Christmas, the snowflakes, the dots, the Merry Christmas, the chevrons, the reindeer, and kind of a candy cane stripe, and then the trees. So there's 6 patterns, and you get 4 of each. So that's what we're up to with this project. But not only could it be a gift card holder type of card, you know, you could cut it off right here. You know, there's ways to amend this, right? So say you wanted to make it a tag. So this is cut out already. I'm going to lose these guys. I mean, it just takes a little tape, right? And since I've already sealed the pocket is why I need to do more of that. Good morning, Dixie. Ugh. So now you could decorate this, just this. You could slip your gift card in there. What is going on with the camera? It's always something. And punch a hole and make it a little hang tag you could put in a stocking, or you could hang it from your tree as a gift wrap type thing. But a gift card fits in there just perfect. I don't have one. I might have a hotel room key, but you know, and that's how you could put a little note. You could put a candy cane. I think we were thinking about if I could put the cocoa. It does not fit, just FYI. I'd have to repackage it in something smaller, but I don't really want to go through that. And if you wanted to make it look more packaged, so to speak, an old trick that I like, remember this tool? Remember the paper crimper? You could do tea bags, you could do a lot of things. I like to just kind of insert it in here. Oh, helps if you put it in the right spot. There we go. Sorry, I haven't used this guy in forever. But one thing I did use it for was just to kind of put a little detail at the bottom of some of these things. And just hold on to it. And it's hard to see, but you got that little finishing kind of thing on the bottom. So I mean, it's just there's this die I'm very impressed by. There's a lot that you can do with it. Tea bags would be great. So I thought I could cut, well, with all my mini albums, what I tend to like to do, I like to decorate the front. And I kind of got like this rustic thing going here with the red and the oatmeal color. So I wasn't sure that I wanted to do this. So I didn't cut it that way. But I kind of like the look of it when you do it. So I am going to go ahead to, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 5.5, 5 3/4. Okay, by 3 3/4. 3 3/4, I'm sorry, is the outside. So all I'm going to do is just to kind of bring a little bit of extra is I'm going to wrap this around. Just gives it a little extra something. Yeah, I do too. Sorry. I just want to try and get a little bit of that, break up some of the snowflake pattern, give it a little extra help on the spines of the book. I think that it's kind of necessary. So we've been having fun with this stuff. It's been easy to incorporate with my other things. And you know how you always find your way with your style. I mean, some of these things are a bit graphic for my taste, or what I would normally like to do. Ooh, glitter. But I'm finding my way. I'm finding the way to So I cut it a little short because why would I do anything the way I want to? So I'm just going to take a little bit of that ink and a sponge. I had one right here. Okay. And so we're just going to kind of touch that edge. Kind of makes it blend a little bit better, I think. again, these are just how I see it. I mean, but I think the possibilities are really and if you wanted to, you know, I don't know, this looks very rustic to me, like, you know, kind of country-ish. So what I was thinking is if you had a die, you know, you could cut out. I'm just thinking that that cabin stamp needs to be on there somehow. I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but let me see how big it is. That would fit, but the position's not the best. So I think I'm just going to go keep it simpler. What I was debating is, did I want to put, pardon me, you know, like a background sheet, or did we like the fact that these guys are kind of blending into the background? And what I was also thinking is that I could go over them with the glaze and the dust. I think that would be fun. Yeah, I was thinking, I like that look though, I have to say. Wondering what else I could. And just so you know, these were white, and I colored them with the ink, and look how it does really match the cardstock. I mean, it's like a dead on. It's pretty cool. So, you know, the back side of this is this red. So I was thinking maybe I could do a panel utilizing that somehow. I love the damn deer. I love them. I know I'm crazy for them, and I know I drive you guys nuts with it, but that's okay. That's why there's chocolate and vanilla, and strawberry, and tutti frutti, and everything else. See, I think that might look nice if I kind of make a little panel. Boy, I'm getting very scrapbooky. But I suppose that's okay. Alright, so let's straighten this out. So let me see how wide this is. Really. think that'll work. And I think it just needs to be simple. I don't think it needs a whole lot of fuss. I kind of like that. What do you think? Simple, right? So I'm just putting the words through my Xyron, my little X here. Hopefully they fit with those G's. And I'll show you how we created a page. I'll have to go cut some. Yep. Suppose I can peel this. I kind of like it. Just need to add a little more color. Sorry, gang, concentrating. Mm-mm. Wow. I mean, you can get some pinpoint stuff with this bottle, and it doesn't clog. I don't know how they figured that out. A lot doesn't really seem to come out at once, I mean. Okay. It does. Yes, of course, we can figure out what we want to do. All right, let's hope I didn't ruin it. All right, let's see. I'm not really a glitter person, except for the holidays. But I kind of like some of these really iridescent glitters and the quality that they can bring. So I'm just trying to clean up some of that real quick, utilizing a couple of paintbrushes. So that glaze is pretty well set. So it looks pretty good. This is the test one. The test one always is interesting. Alright, let me clean this up and then I'll show you how I actually made the page. That would be good, right? I'll show you the inside and how you might be able to use this die. So first, let's look at the inside, right? Now granted, there's no tabs or anything. So they're just attached and they're in there. So for those that are coming a little bit later, this is what it looks like. So there's the tabs, you know, it's just a straight, I don't know what she calls that. Is it the hidden hinge binding? Okay, and then this is just the pattern paper, the back side, and this is chipboard. And then you can, depending on how you attach it, you can get a flap, but you always get this pocket. Sometimes it's 2 pockets. And then because we mounted it on cardstock, you get that interior pocket. So various ways that you can put it together. And I'm on an angle here. It's not as crooked as it looks. But that's it. It's very simple to do. And that's the tree paper. So you can kind of take it from there. You can go as chunky or whatever you want. So is there anyone that would like to see the die cut itself and how I folded it up to make it into a page? Or did you get your fill of that yesterday? Just say the word. You want to see how I layered them? Like when I did the 2 die cuts together? Okay. Let me just do one. Let's choose a really graphic print. Okay, and the reason that I layered this up on the cardstock for this purpose is because this is very lightweight paper. And I just felt like it needed a little extra oomph, and you know, I was pretty happy that I got this paper for free. So I took the 12 by 12 and I cut it down to 8.5 by 12, and then that fits on the cutting mat for the Journeygram machine. So let me show you what that looks like. So here's the die. The cutting plate is 8.5 by 12. So all I do is I just lay it plate on the base plate with the cutting blades up. And I just took a little piece of Post-it tape here. Then what goes over, now I just wanted to show you this. It just makes it on an 8.5 by 11. And you can do them at the same time. Then you just put your cutting plate on top and run it through, which is what I'm going to do. And that's behind me, so. Okay, so when it comes off the machine, this is the sandwich. And we're just going to lift this up. And so there's your die cut for your pocket card. And then here's the cardstock right underneath it. And it's that simple. So what I found was just a very quick and simple way to kind of get these together is just to spray the cardstock with some Craft Bond. So this is just Elmer's spray adhesive. It's multi-purpose. Right? That's all I did. And I didn't find that it affected paper at all. And then I just laid the die cut literally right on top of it. And there you have it. Probably was a little generous. Probably don't need that much. Okay, and then to fold it, I think that I found that the best way is to have this kind of scallop piece at the bottom. The best way for me. So then I just kind of find that fold. And push it over. And then find this fold and push it up. Remember, you're going through 2 layers of paper. And then, you know, it's from there, it's how do you want to create, what kind of a pocket do you want to create? Now, you could just tuck these guys right under, or definitely that top side, and put your tape there and adhere it down, and that gives you the pocket. Or, and I did them many ways yesterday, you can put some tape here on the back and just fold this over to close the pocket, and then tape it on 2 sides. How I got the part with the flap is I basically attached it in the book this way. So you need to make a front and a back page when you attach it to the cardstock. And then this cardstock pocket creates that interior pocket, if you follow me. So that's all it is. Very, very simple. How many? I have 5 pages in my book, front and back. So then there's 10 of these. And then to attach it, all I did is I used this flap to attach it. And you can split it on the cardstock, put your tape there, put it on either side. And once you get it on the cardstock, it's pretty sturdy. So that is the pocket card. Now, if you wanted this to be a card, you still have options. You could flip it the other way. And that's something I thought of after the fact. Like, you could make this the pocket on the inside, right? So when the recipient gets it, basically, I mean, it seems backwards because this is on the left, but it can be whatever you wish. You know, your pocket can be there. You can do it the other way. You know, you can flip it this way and just have a plain pocket. You can just do it in the designer paper. So there you go. That's with the pocket on the inside. And I've got glue all over it. So all I would do is cut that tab off. And it's rather plain looking, but if you do it in double-sided paper, I kind of like it this way. So it's a page. You could do it vertical. You know, you could do it any way you want. It's pretty versatile die. But it is a big die. And we did figure out yesterday that it, you know, it does work on the Vagabond or the Big Shot or the Big Kick, whatever you have. Okay, so everybody got that one down? How to do it? This is looking better the more it dries. So that pocket card die, it's very, very good. Appreciate it. Now the other thing I was doing yesterday is to put the you know, pull tabs or whatever, you know, whatever you want, the mats, I guess we'll call them. I was cutting cardstock that coordinated out of the die, and then I was trimming the die cut down so you could get that same scallop or same curve or this kind of thing. And like here is a piece of it. That's from the die cut. you know, so you could go that route too if you wanted to. So it kind of matched. How do you layer the two together to get a pocket? Okay, so you need two. So all I did was, when I had the two signatures, and I don't have two, but I back to back them and I put the tape here, here, here. That's it. And then you get a pocket in the center. Is that what you meant? And then I just stuck the, you know, I stuck that tab out so I could still put it in the book. Yep, that's all I did. Tape here, along the bottom, and here. And then you get the interior pocket. You could do it another way. If you don't want that pocket, you could adhere it here, here, and here, and take the pocket coming this way. Any way you wish. So that's cool. I think it's a cute little album. Yep, I shape it with the tape. A U shape with the tape, whichever way you want it to go on the inside. That's the one I messed up. So where's the Scrappy Campers? This is supposed to be their final party. Just folding up some bases. Yeah, maybe at church, that's right. Okay. I really, really like, I love that cabin stamp, but I do want to try the deer. Okay. These scraps are eating me. Okay. So the base is going to be a green olive cardstock. And my first layer is going to be from this scrap of oatmeal cookie. And then I have some buttercream. that I'm going to try. And largely just because that's what I had in front of me. So this is the winter holiday set. You do get 12 stamps. So we know how I love them. Is it any surprise that I bought all the deer sets? And I think I'm going to go with cocoa powder. Yeah. Good morning. And that tends to even out as it dries. I love him. You know, I have kind of a funky idea. So I'm going to try it. So just to show that you can emboss with this ink, because it's got enough of a pigment in it, but it dries pretty darn quick. What I've done is I've stamped the deer, I poured iridescent ice over them, and I'll heat set that. And then I was thinking maybe I would cut a mask. There's certain ones that never really leave my desk. But then I have some drawers. So that's the effect. Let's see if I can get it so I can tip it. Pretty cool, huh? I'm thinking about this card, girls. He's so big, though. I need to get a repositionable tape runner. Okay, so there's a quick mask. Kind of like those two. Hi, Darcy. So I just touched it with a little white Signo pen. And then I'm just going to go over it with a little bit of glaze. Cool. Cool, Martha. Yeah, I bet it would because it's alcohol, right? So that's where we are now. And don't forget that we sparkled him up too. Hey, Linda. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to layer him up. I was debating whether I should put in a sky. But I think sometimes it's just enough is enough too. Enough is enough is enough. Well, I got a boo-boo I gotta fix up. So I can't put my greeting up in the sky. Or I would. That was my original thought. Okay. What the hell did I do now? I'll tell you what, some habits are hard to break. I wanted to use this tape runner thingy. So that's what we got so far. He's big. He's bigger than I thought, actually. But he's really pretty. Um, yeah, he's great. But I always love the deer. I do, I do. Push too hard. But, you know, you get the idea, right? It's just a couple of stamps and cardstock, and I mean, you can take it as far as you want. See my smudge, my ink, and my S is messed up. So, you know, this will go in the redo pile or send out pile, and if someone wants to criticize that I sent them a messed up card, then they won't get one next time. I heard Jennifer McGuire say that, and I really took some stock in it because, you know, I'm kind of a perfectionist, and, you know, her stuff looks so great when she does it. And I watched an interview of her, and she was like, you know, I mess up all the time. You know, I try and hide things. She goes, but I send them out because if I didn't, you know, I'd have 10,000 cards. She says, and if someone were to be so bold to criticize, you know, that I sent them a card with a little blurb or, you know, a little goof up on it, she goes, I wouldn't send them one next time. I'm like, well, there you go. That's awesome. Oh, I can do that. I can do that. So that's really everything I have for you guys today. I showed the book for those that are just joining us. And I'll go over it one last time of how I did it. What the heck is that? Oh, need to pick that up. That was the markers. Two. So this is made with the Tag Pocket Card die. And I showed it earlier, and I did record it. Right now the promotion with Fun Stamper's Journey is if you spend over $50, you get a packet of this, I think it's called, it's 24 sheets of holiday paper, basically. So all we did is we ran in one at the same time, a piece of cardstock and a piece of the DSP through, and then we created these pages in the book. Okay, so you get a pocket here, you get a pocket here, and the reason that I mounted it on cardstock, I didn't notice that, Eileen. I know it comes in the coach's kit, a sampler pack, but I did not notice that they had a sampler pack. That might be a suggestion that I make. So I started to say the reason that I put it on cardstock is that the weight of the designer series paper is it's pretty thin stuff. I mean, it's not the thinnest I've ever felt, but it's, you know, so to give it a little bit more stability, I just use spray adhesive and attach it to the cardstock die cut of the same die cut. So to show you the papers and the versatility of it, and depending on how you put it together, you can have a slash pocket. You can put a U in the tape like Eileen and I were discussing, and have an upper pocket. You can just go with that. This is all the paper that there's 4 sheets of 6 designs. The chevrons. I see I need to stick this down a little better. And the candy cane. And then the trees. So that's what we did. We just made this little, the covers are chipboard. It's on the hidden hinge binding. It's a very large die. It does work in a big shot or a big kick as long as you have the extended cutting plates. And then I just added some die cuts and some paper, and that's what I came up with. That's how I did that. And you can use that die to do other things too. Like, say you wanted it to be an actual greeting card that held a gift card. You could create the pocket on the front, or you could just do it on double-sided paper and create the pocket on the inside. And then there you have a card. Now it is going backwards. So I don't necessarily mind the flap kind of going like that, like a Z fold. And then it opens on the right side. Your gift card holder is in the front. But you know, that's how you get a card out of it. You can do it this way. You can do it vertical. And you know, if you like a vertical page or a vertical open card, you can just do it like that. We even talked about, like, I sealed this one up and I crimped the bottom, and you could punch a hole in it and make it a tag and hang it on your tree, and then you have 2 pockets. Coco does not fit in there. I tried. So I mean, there's 4 or 5 different ways that you can use that die right out of the gate. So it's pretty cool. I'm glad everybody likes it. Yeah, it's the pocket card die. Probably what I should do is post my shopping link and let you know that we are having a party, a virtual party for Jonna. Jonna is our hostess, and some of you graciously ordered yesterday, and I appreciate that so much. If there were some other folks that were interested, I'd like to give them the opportunity to do so. I'll also tell you this will be my only sales pitch, and because I don't really love, you know, I like to come here and have fun with you guys, but I am pretty stoked about this whole company. It's pretty impressive, at least to me. So I'll tell you about what they got going on and show you a flyer on the starter kit and get you a link and all that lovely stuff. Okay, it just takes me a minute to pull it up here. It's like I've disappeared. Okay, here we go. Let's see what that does. Here we go. Okay, let me get, it's taking forever, guys, so sorry. Yeah, this is definitely her her party. Okay, so this is my link. If you hit that link, you can look at the catalog, you can read about, you can shop. For the party, I would ask that you don't place an order online. And the reason for that is I haven't figured out how to attach it to Jonna. I mean, maybe that is a possibility, but I'm not sure how we go about that just yet. So there's the link, and then I'll also show you the flyer and tell you, what I've learned about the company real quick, if I can find my folder. Here it is. Okay. I was flipping through here last night. Here we go. Okay. Let's make it back to the right tab here. Okay, so this is the offer, and I apologize that it's not in, yeah, go Canadian. Do you send a PayPal? Well, Darcy, what I would prefer to do just for this party is I would prefer to take your order over the telephone, and then I will put everything in. and I can send you an invoice, and then you'll just pay right on my website, but I have to enter it. So for this party, just to make sure I'm doing everything correctly, I kind of want to do it that way first. But what you could do is you can extract an invoice, I think. Oh, I think I have yours, Darcy, but I'll put it in the chat too, once I stop the recording. So this is everything that you get in the starter kit. That picture, it really is true. I'll just kind of hold this up. You get that Journey Grand machine, which is an 8.5 inch by opening for your wafer thin dies. There's a shoulder bag, there's a rolling tote, and they're very nice quality. The cardstock is 80 pound. You get a 25 pack of whipped cream, you get a 25 pack of black licorice, and then you do get a variety pack of a lot of their colors. Down there, that's the white liner tape. That's what you see me using, and it's very similar to score tape. You can tear it, while you're using it. Then there's the roll of twine. There is the stamp cleaner. There is the Journey glaze, and then there is the Journey sparkle dust, which is what you see me using. Over here, you do get the banner party die set and the coordinating stamp set. And then there is a stamp set called Greet and Shout, and then there's another one called, I think it's Birthday Wishes. And then the ATS, which stands for Artist Trading Stamp, basically, and I know it's like wonky. It's about as big as my palm, and that's the Damask set. That you saw me make the tree card out of. And then the 4 ink colors of ink that you do receive is pineapple smoothie, black licorice, sweet berry, and I think it's called Blue Lagoon. So you get all of that plus a 25 kit pack of your customer order forms, your hostess forms, and you do get a box of 8 catalogs. Now, I did not receive the box of 8 catalogs, and I think it's because that they're just out of stock. So I kind of need to ask them about that, because I did not receive that. But all of that. And for the first 500 people that sign up, the price is $149.99 with shipping and tax from Arizona to New Jersey. It ran me about $175. And then the other thing that I did receive for the first 500 coaches, and my coach number is 336 if you need that. I got this fun little pin, and basically it says Founding Coach, Fun Stamper's Journey. So that's the opportunity. I appreciate it if you do decide to sign up, because quite frankly, I think that the Journey machine, the Journey Grand machine, is close to that price. I ask if you did decide to sign up, that if you heard about it from me, that you sign up under me. That would be a great benefit. Oh, and then I'll also tell you, the main difference, and I was considering going back to Stampin' Up. is Stampin' Up's quarterly sales minimum is $300 a quarter. This company is $150. So, and I said in my YouTube video, it was very challenging for me to make a Stampin' Up goal. To make this goal, I honestly could do it myself, just buying tape and a die here or there. So I don't anticipate it being very difficult. I think close to my heart's also 300. So, it's tough. And this company does not yet have a lot of the things that you see some of the other companies have, but it's a new company. So I think that as they grow and develop, we're going to see a lot of the other products, like markers and embossing folders and and all that kind of stuff. So that is my sales pitch. I have some of the girls have signed up under me, and they seem to be very happy. Happy Diane. She's coach number 337, and she's part of my team. Yeah, it has plenty of dies, and that's the thing to say too. Who the partnerships are with. So the dies are being manufactured by Spellbinders. And the stamps are being manufactured by Stampers Anonymous. And Martha, so back to the girls that have joined thus far. So Diane signed up. I'm 336. She's 337. Martha signed up the following week. She's 347. And there's always within every stamp line, you always kind of find what you like. Yeah, we don't have any punches yet. And there's no watercolor crayons yet, but like I say, this company is a baby. Annette also signed up. That's right. Annette signed up under Diane. And I think that the way that they're looking at, some folks are looking at it, is similar to myself. Is, the replenishables that you need. I easily spend $50 a month. Sandy's very interested. Linda is very interested. And as soon as they open up the Canadian territories, then hopefully, we'll have a group up there. So I think that there's opportunities. If you and we learned last night in reading the coach agreement, very detailed, that if you're like our superstars like Darcy and Jonna, you can't sign up basically, because if you wanted to promote another company's products, that's frowned upon. But they don't seem to be so broken up about utilizing other things. They don't have a lot of things now. So there's a lot of exactly. It doesn't stop you from buying, and that's why we kind of changed it to a party for Jonna. If you don't make the quarterly sales, I mean, I think I read it direct from the coach's handbook. So just so I can't be misquoted, let me do that once again. Okay, so right here it says, active status. In order to maintain your active status, you must meet minimum sales quotas of $150 per calendar quarter. This $150 applies to commissionable sales only, which means it must be for commissionable goods and does not include tax and shipping. What are commissionable versus non-commissionable goods? Commissionable goods include our key product offerings for stamps, inks, cardstock dies, and accessories. Basically anything you or your customer might use to create a project. Non-commissionable goods, on the other hand, are those that you as a coach may use to build or operate your business. They would be things like order forms, catalogs, business cards, branded merchandise like an apron or a t-shirt. The grace period is the only exception to the quarterly quota requirement is during the first or partial quarter of enrollment. You're not subject to the quarterly quota until the first full quarter in which you are enrolled. So, for example, yeah, you keep the coach kit for sure, for sure. So then it goes down to say, so to explain, I am not, I don't have to meet a quota goal until March. I signed up in November. My first quarter ends in March. That's when I'll have to have $150 in. Okay, failure to meet quotas. If you fail to meet your quarterly $150 quota, then the first day of the month following the delinquent quarter, you'll be placed on pending status. In order to get back to active status, you must, in that month, fulfill the quarterly requirements for the quarter in which you were delinquent. So, for example, see ya. Okay, great. I'll call you this afternoon. Thank you. So say I didn't make my quota goal for the first quarter. April 1st, I'm put into pending status, and I would have to submit an order for $150 to fulfill the quarter, and I would have to submit an order for $150 for the current quarter. So basically, you have to catch it up. They only give you 30 days in which to do it. So that's like the main thing. You can go into inactive status by being placed into pending, or you can voluntarily terminate. Say you have something come up and it's just not good for you. And then within the first 6 months, if you wanted to rejoin, you could sign up on again under the same upline that you originally started by purchasing a new starter kit and signing a new agreement. But if you wish to enroll under a new coach, you must wait to full 2 calendar quarters, so 6 months. Okay, that's cool. Run some errands. I'll catch you later. So, I mean, it's very flexible. You bought the kit when you signed up. So nobody owes you anything. You know what I mean? There's a very nice career plan. It's based on your personal sales over a 12-month period and the number of coaches that sign up in your first level. Also, your levels go to full 5 deep. And the titles of your members on your downline. So, you know, it's pretty good. They have a paid as rank and a lifetime rank. So, for example, if you have a couple of people under you and you meet your your minimum monthly personal sales goals, which do go up when you have more people under you. Then you receive a percentage of the commissions from the people beneath you, just like any of the others. They have a volume payout, so if you do personal monthly sales of over $350, that's when that kind of kicks in. Your instant income on everything that you sell is 20%. Once you go over $350 for the month, it goes up. You get an additional 5%. You do get 30% off your first order, and you're an independent contractor. So there you go. Right there. For the first 500, it's about $175. So I think that they've really thought it through with the partnerships, with the quality of the goods, and how they're growing things. So once again, there's my link. And check out the catalog. It's fun. We with the ladies, I've started a Facebook group, and the name of our team, they're out of it right now, Jess. The name of our team is the ABCs. We're the Awesome Blossoms crew. I'm going to make us a team Ustream channel, so in the future you can watch them doing that. And yes, I think that Linda might have had something to do with that. And so we'll have a Facebook group where we can share our projects and ideas. And I'm hoping that my good friend Martha can show me how to do a maybe an instruction sheet in some PowerPoint, that kind of stuff. Hi, Angel Bug. And we have a mixed bag of people, that do different things. I mean, I think from Martha, you're going to see, more mixed media applications for the stuff. And from Annette, maybe some cards, and definitely cards from Diane, and many books, and there's just many things that you can do. So right now, that is the story. I have been very happy. Diane said she was very happy with everything. So any questions? Yep. And awesome. I'm still sitting with the Vagabond too. I'm not giving anything up. But, it occurred to me when I got my last Stampin' Up! Order. That I really, I always come back to cards. I always do. It's not something I've ever given up all these years. I'm always going to stamp. So it's probably a good thing for me personally to find a better way for me to get my replenishables, and that's what started it. So I can't wait for Canada. The minute I hear about it, I'll let you know, Linda and everybody. I know that Linda is like hot on the ticket to get Canada going, and so Sandy. And so this is just the first die too. That I think is pretty versatile. So I'm going to stop the recording here. And I'm not going to stop the broadcast. And I'm going to go get my phone. And I'm going to put my phone number in the chat. And if anybody is interested in ordering anything on Jana's party, I can take your orders. So go ahead and take a look at the catalog. What I need to do is, if you could have these things together for me when you call. I just need the order numbers, the item numbers for the things that you would like, and just bear in mind that if you spend over $50, you do get the paper. Okay? But I'm not going anywhere. I just wanted to let you know what I was doing here. So I'm going to stop the recording.